kick your kids out of the house when you want to, but you let me run my house the way I want to. What's up, Riches? Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do a lock talk, but I don't know if I'm going to be really messing with my hair. Somebody sent me a message on Snapchat and I need one of the kids here to show me how to open it. Anyway, I think I just posted 2 snap stories, if that's what they call it. And follow me on Snapchat at RichRootz and send me a snap so I can learn how to use this Snapchat. I don't think that many people use it anyway, ever since that little debacle. But this is what we're going to be talking about today. And in my head, I'm thinking, you kick your kids out of the house when you want to, but you let me run my house the way I want to. I wish I could see the rest of my stories, but I can't. So yeah, I'm at home chilling. I'm rocking my Yolanda Renee sweatshirt. I think I've had this about 3 years. Yolanda Renee is here on YouTube. That's where I get my hanging Bantu knot from. When I do my 2-strand twist, I always put a hanging Bantu knot on the end. And I get that from Yolanda Renee. She's actually a YouTuber here in the Maryland area. Unless she's moved. She lives in the Maryland area. I think at one time they was talking about moving. But I'm not going to be playing with my hair too much. The lipstick I'm wearing is AJ Crimson, and it is in the color of Heartbreak. And I think I got Jamaican colors on my eyes. I think this is Jamaican flag. Black, green, and yellow, I think. But let me tell you what has went down on the YouTube streets as it relates to me. I was looking at kingofreads. Yes, I watched Justin J. Oh, you probably can't see that because of my light. But I watched Justin J. I don't look at his TV show reviews because I don't watch TV. Or shall I say, I don't look at them anymore. I did used to look at them when I looked at TV. I remember watching him before he even moved to Atlanta. So when he used to live in his hometown, I forgot the name of it. But I still watch him now. I just watch his, I watch him when he's talking about current events. And honey, I just happened to watch when he did a recap on Atlanta's first family hustle. Because, you know, I was curious, you know, about what is all of this family hustle. Everybody else is doing reviews. So I decided to listen to Justin J. And I forgot how we got on this subject. But somewhere in the video, the topic was brought up about adult children living at home with their parents. And so I posted my opinion in the comments section, as just like everybody else does. And of course, I got like so far 20 different responses. So I basically put, when it comes to the subject of adult children living with their parents, and in my eyes, I'm talking about productive young adults. I'm not talking about the young adults you might have in your house that's not contributing to their own welfare or the welfare of the home, or even if you have young adults in the home who are bringing you down and are really taking advantage of the situation. There is a thing called elder abuse, and I'm not talking about those adult children who may be abusing the situation. In my case, I'm talking about young adults who are productive citizens. They have a job, they're in school, they're, you know, pursuing whatever it is they're pursuing in life, and they just need a little more support from their parents until they get to that next level. And I'm coming from the angle of not only being a parent of young adults. I have 2 children, one 30 and one 26 Yeah, they're about 4 years apart. I'm also coming at this subject from being a nurse in the medical field, but I did sort of dirty nursing. So I worked in jails, and I also worked in drug clinics. So I'm coming at it from that angle as well. And I've always vowed to myself, after looking in the eyes of young girls and seeing them in different situations, that I would never, ever, ever, ever put my daughter in a situation where she would have to beg somebody else just to live, or for her existence, or to have a place to put her head down. Or I never wanted any one of my children to feel like they had to go along with the crowd or do what another adult tells them to do, so that they would have a place to lay their head down and eat and drink and be just comfortable out of the elements. So I never wanted any one of my children to do that. And so I'm the type of parent that will support you as long as you are supporting yourself, meaning that you have a job, you're working, you're going to school, and there's like one little thing that you're working on that you need to get straight before you eventually go out on your own. And so my comment was kind of short and sweet, and I thought it was going to get a lot of praise, but I'm seeing that it's not. And I simply put, creating new traditions over here, meaning in my house. My daughter is 30 and working on double degrees. She can stay at home as long as she likes, period. Okay? Now, that would also go for my son, but he's actually not in the home. He's in the military, and he's gone off to another state, and he goes different states and things like that. But had he been at home in college, pursuing double degrees, working a job, he would be able to stay home as well. That's my point of view, period. You know, as long as you're not creating a whole different family, separate family in the house. And I know that there are some cultures who feel that it's okay for you to bring your spouse and your family into your house. I don't have that kind of room. But I'll go so far as to support you while you are in school, no matter how long it takes. And I might add, to my daughter's credit, she will be graduating with double degrees, owing nobody any money. So she's paying for everything herself. And so, yes, I allow her to stay at home. Now let's get to the comments. Exactly, that's how it should be. Unfortunately, most black youths are kicked out early, especially the females. I know this firsthand. Your daughter is blessed. Thank you. Someone else states, I'm 24 years old with a bachelor's, and I still live with my mom too. I wish more mothers were like mine and yours. My mother has a friend who put both her kids out when they turned 18. They resent her for it. They also don't see her as a good parent because of it. She tries to get my mother to put my 21-year-old sister out, and my mom refuses because we are continuing our education and exploring life. Moral of the story, thank you for not kicking your daughter out. Right. So here you have a young person who's pursuing their bachelor's, and they still live at home with their mother, and the mother's, one of her friends is trying to get his mom or her mom to kick him out the house. Woman, why is you worried about what's going on in somebody else's house? Why? This person said, my mother has a friend who put both her kids out when they turned 18. They resent her for it. Now, we're not going to judge anybody here on my channel. Different situations calls for different things, because like I just said, I had stipulations. I always told my kids that if you bring the law here and you start to create your own family, you have to get get your own place. I don't play with the law. My daughter will tell you I don't play with the law. So my mother has a friend who put both her kids out when they were 18. Now, maybe the kids were abusing drugs. Maybe the kids were robbing the mom. Maybe the kids were, you know, beating her up. You know, I don't know why she put both kids out at 18. They resent her. They also don't see her as a good parent because of it. She trying to get your mama to put you and your sister out is across the line. My mother refuses because we're continuing our education and exploring life. If you don't take nothing away with what I'm talking about today, I want you to leave with the thought of make sure you think for yourself and make your own decisions in life. So my first statement to this comment in this video was, we are creating new traditions over here. I was a firstborn child, so I'm used to being a leader, I'm used to being alone, and I'm used to making uncommon decisions. But sometimes I think that a lot of my decisions will help out in the long run. I made the uncommon decision where a lot of people may have been, you know, telling their children they need to leave, they need to leave. I feel as though if it's better if the children are being productive or the young adults are being productive, that they figure their way out, you know, as opposed to you pushing them out. Let's go back to the comments. Real quick. It's as a parent, you want to use your parental intuition to know when it's time to let a child go. You will know that because they start to develop more responsibility over their lives as it relates to their finances, you know, their bills. They start to save, they start to develop a plan, they start to research ideas. They also take actions on their plans. They go to meet realtors, or they're going to visit apartments. They have, you know, the money saved up, you know, they have a plan, they have a job, they have all these things in place, will basically let you know when it is time. And that time may be different for different children. It may be that time when they're 16. It may be that time when they're 25. It may be that time when they're 18. It's just important for me that you know that it's not one specific time. It's the time that's best for that individual. Now back to the video. I always wonder why parents do that to the children. It doesn't matter their age if they're working on creating pathways of wealth for themselves or wealth itself. I thank God for my culture where it isn't normal to kick your offspring out. That's exactly right. Another person put, my daughter is 9 and I feel exactly the same effing way. F these ninjas. Somebody put, I can relate to your daughter. I'm 29 with a bachelor's degree, working on my certifications, and I still live at home. It's just my mom and I because I'm the only child, but I don't plan on moving out until I get married, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not a thing wrong with it. I mean, the way the economy is nowadays, for you to be staying at home is almost just like a roommate situation. I mean, I know a lot of people now who do the Airbnb and all different types of things to get extra money in the house. So the next comment was really quick and short. They said for free, because I said I let my daughter live at home, and they said for free. And yes, for free. The cost of her schooling can be anywhere from $5,000 to $6,000 per semester, and she pays on her schooling herself. So she's graduating with zero owed to anybody. Another person put, I'm 27 years old working on a master's degree. My parents support me and have for the past 8 or 9 years. Okay, I am so grateful that they let me stay rent-free to further my education. They are a blessing. Yes, they are. I mean, when you think about it, where I live, you might can find a 1-bedroom for $1,200 a month. but that's like the low you might can find. Is normally started at about $1,400 a month in rent for a 1-bedroom. Why would you pay to send somebody else's kids to school when you can send yourself to college? Catch it? Okay, catch it. Why would you pay rent and you'll be sending your renters' kids and grandkids and great-grandkids to school when you can pay $1,200 to $1,400 a month to send yourself to school or to invest in your own business? Somebody else put that's odd that I let my daughter stay at home. Somebody said my mama is like that. Laugh out loud. She doesn't give a damn how old we get. We can live with her forever. Yeah, somebody else said that's, oh, somebody else told that person, what's odd? RichRootz. My mom says the exact same thing. Parents like you are truly loved and appreciated. Somebody else said, that's how most cultures are besides America. Most people don't leave until they get married, whatever that age might be. Okay. Somebody else said, yes, you never want your daughter begging to no man for nothing. Oh, that's what I told them. So that's pretty much all the comments. The rest of them were my answers. You don't have to follow the straight path. As long as you get to where you're going, you can execute it the way you want to. And that's throughout your life, throughout your whole adulthood. You can decide to go to the left where you see everybody else at, or you can decide to create your own path over on the right. And I'm creating new traditions over here, so it won't be like what you're used to, okay? So let me know what you think about adult children or young adults, over 21-year-olds, what do they call them? I don't know. Over 21-year-olds who still live at home with their parents. Or would you let yours still stay? Would you let them under certain circumstances, or do they have to get out at 18? I want to know your opinion. Post it below. Something to think about. Even when you got young kids, what are you going to do when you get to that time? See you on the next video. Peace.